Good evening, everyone. My name is J.N. Venkatesh, which I got to know was just half of it when I got into the 10th standard. In 10th standard, we were all asked to get our names written down and submitted in school. Then when I met Mr. Mark David and said, "Sir, I know my name, this is J.N. Venkatesh," I remember you saying, "Go ask your father." I think you knew more about me through my father than I knew about myself. By the way, my name is actually Venkatesh Varulu J.N. Imagine 15 years later to know that you actually had another 6 alphabets in your name. I work for a bank now, the Union Bank of Switzerland it's called. Basically, when Rajesh does the trade on Nifty, I manage the back office for that. This is my wife, Rajini.
Hello.
Ritvik. I still have a lot of connection with Bethany High School, and that's through Ritvik. Unfortunately, I couldn't put Shreyas in the same school. He's Shreyas, he studies in Cambridge. And this is my younger brother's son, Lekit. They are the 3 musketeers in the house. We'll do something that I've tried to put together on these cards a little after we just have short introductions so that we can recall some very fond memories, and I'll talk about it later. Kishan, you want to take over?
First of all, thanks for coming. This is great. I did not expect to see so many of you here. I didn't expect to see so many of my old teachers and people who essentially shaped me and made me what I'm here today. I think I was here about 2 years ago. I decided I needed to get in touch with a lot of my old friends. Went through the phone book. I mean, literally went through the phone book. Took me a couple of hours before I ran across some names that I actually recognized from, 10, 15 years ago. And then I made a few calls, and sure enough, Baswa, Atul, Anil, who's absent here today, but Anil all showed up. And we had a cup of coffee, and he said, "This is ridiculous. Once in 15 years doesn't quite cut it. We need to do this way more often." And the only convenient way to do it was via email, thanks to the internet. We'll be in debt of it for a long time to come. But that's what we did. We decided we'd keep in touch, and we were. We tend to exchange email every so often. And then Venkatesh joined us, and his enthusiasm, his organizational capabilities really came through. Within the first couple of days of showing up on the email thread, he got us together, put us in a group that actually allowed us to track all of the emails that we exchanged. And sure enough, he said, this vaporware stuff doesn't quite cut it, we need to do it in person. And he started to pull things together. Abhi jumped into the fray. He decided that he had a good place where things could actually happen. And sure enough, here we are. And thanks to all of them, and thanks to all of you for coming. Kishan Malor, I work at Harvard University in Boston, US, and be happy to talk about it in more detail with any of you if you're interested. Thanks.
Good evening, everybody. So nice to see you all. I'm sure all of you are also enjoying. Of course, I think you know I'm Atul Sonawala. I'm an architect and builder.
Hello, my name is Jayashree.
And I'm Karan.
Who's next?
Good evening, everybody. And I am Dr. A. Manjunath. I am specialized in orthopedics, and I do a lot of joint replacements, mainly knees and hips. And I am attached to Sagar Hospital, Manipal, Malya. These are all visiting places. And I've got my own center in Kormangla, and many of them only know that all of my teachers, much of my teachers are in and around Kormangla. And I've been practicing this since 1999. And I did my fellowship in joint replacement in Australia for a few weeks. Then I am specialized in hand surgery. Stanley Medical College, I was there for a few years, and I do a lot of little hand work. these handworks I do in a small places where people cannot afford. And I do tell my patients, yes, plastic surgery of the hands, if you call a consultant, the cost escalates. There I cannot leave my patient to say go. Wherever possible I try to do this. So that's the reason I have been trained and do this in small places where people cannot afford. Well, in big places they can afford, then we transfer this to plastic surgery. And that's it. And she's my wife, Chitra.
Hello.
And no, sir, she is a homekeeping. I made sure that my other half should have no hassles. When I go home, I should have peace of mind. So I did make sure that I need this kind of, rather than having a hectic. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, we're going to make a small change just for a few minutes. We need to take a picture very.
Maybe I don't need to do anything. Musical chair. Hey, we should take a photo.
Venkatesh, get in. I'll take one. Yeah, from here. You take one. Abhi, move. Yeah, other look. One second. Only you. Take it. Just take one. Wait. Because the light, the ones without the flash. Just a minute. 1 second.
Zero battery.
Okay, who is the
Can I take
next?
the photo?
Who's next? Amit?
Hello.
If you send them a memory card itself.
Nothing more that side.
The memory sticks can they insert it?
Hey, that's too good. Well, then only I'll leave you.
Hello.
Just go get that. Not that much.
Good evening, everybody. I don't have to introduce myself because I was the naughtiest student in Bethany, and yet I can feel how it used to hurt when Mr. Mark David used to punish us. Because of his punishment, we have come to this level today. I pray God that let him have 100 years and all the teachers. We wish आप
किया था तब ऐसा लगा इतनी खुशी जैसे हम झूम रहे हैं खुशी में सब बच्चों के साथ और एक बार हम मिलने वाले हैं और एक बार हमारे बच्चों को देखने वाले हैं और उन लोगों के साथ हम थोड़े देरी के लिए अपने देरी गुजार सकते हैं। लेकिन अब भी मैं किसी स्कूल में टीच कर रही हूँ, लेकिन मिस्टर मार्क डेविड के नीचे जब मैंने कुछ भी सीखा और डिसिप्लिन, अनुशासन, वह आज तक मैंने और कहीं नहीं देखा। नॉट ओनली डिसिप्लिन, जो भी हम लोगों ने जो कुछ भी सीखा है उन लोगों से, जैसे मैं स्वतंत्रता ने कहा था कि हम अपने जीवन में जो कुछ भी सीखना, जैसे हार्ड वर्क करना, टीचर का क्या मतलब है, यह हम लोगों को सिखाया था मिस्टर मार्क डेविड ने। हम लोगों ने बहुत कुछ सीखा, लेकिन आज आप लोगों के साथ मिलकर, आप लोगों को देखकर, आप लोग भी हमारे डिसिप्लिन को अपने बच्चों को सिखा रहे हैं, यह मुझे बहुत